I want us to really focus on, you talk about climbing a mountain, loving the climb, and with the climb comes hard work. Yes, it's nice to put the flag in the top and win the Olympic gold, but actually, when you reflect on that journey, it was a lot of the moments along the way that stick with me. That US game was one of them. And there's moments that you knew that we were climbing, but it was a lot of hard work. So I think what I want us to go into with the official start of this, it's going to be hard. The mountain is bigger. Yeah, the mountain is bigger, the game's moving faster. It's going to be hard. I think it's quite fitting that we're in Australia and ready to start that journey, 323 days. I put that quote up for when you came in, what's hard for us is good for us. You know the moments where we have adversity is where you see the best out of people. So you remember at the end of the She Believes, we lost 2-0 to Brazil. And that stuck with us. What's hard this tour is going to be good for us. This resilience will get us back to who we are and what it means to go and win a World Cup. You know that we did a bronze and we had to climb even harder to go and get a gold medal. Yet we didn't stand still, we kept climbing. We seem to thrive and grow on when no one expects us. Everyone thinks we just landed there and we were lucky. If we stand on the top and just hold on to that mountain, I think that does the absolute opposite of what got us there.
This team has a unique ability to persevere. And when the going gets tough, that's when we show up.
Bring your own identity. Each of you are here for a f***ing reason.
And she scores!
Has an eye for goal to strike Leon!
That's the stuff I love about this team.
Hit it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
It is September 2022. The Canadian team are coming back together for their first camp since having qualified for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. Fittingly, the team arrive in Australia, where in just less than 1 year's time, Canada will return once more to battle for the greatest prize in women's soccer.
I think when you're Canada and we've done what we've done in Olympic Games, I think we have to set the bar high, and we're asking more from this group in two ways really, more than what we've ever done at a World Cup, because I think that sits with us a little bit with a team of bounce backs from World Cup into an Olympic Games. But I think we know it's going to take more. You know, you're on the road for a lot longer. The level of opposition, it's got a greater European lens. The mountain is a lot bigger, and we haven't conquered that yet. So the group are going to need to push for more.
Jazz and her.
This tournament's a unique one in the sense there's more teams, it's a longer tournament, and it's one that particularly we have not accomplished what we want to accomplish. So I think for us it's using our experience, our adversity that we've felt before, but also fueling that motivation because we want to do something we've never done before, is get at a podium at that World Cup. So that's really what fuels us every day.
As part of a 2-game window during this stay, Canada will face hosts Australia twice. Here, they will face a nation brimming with excitement for the women's game and an Australian team that rank amongst the best in the world.
St. George meets it, now Heidema. Wheels out, Leon, short option. Has an eye for goal to strike, Leon! A rocket from Adriana, a thing of beauty! And it opens the scoring for the Canadians on the second phase of the set piece. Australia can't clear out of the defensive half. Here comes Prince again. A lovely cut back for Sinclair, palm down.
first test down under ends in a 1-0 win for Canada.
Okay, listen. So proud of you. That's the stuff I love about this team. Yeah, when you really ask the question, we've got it. Yeah, we've absolutely got it. We could have scored 4 or 5 today, and that's the bit that we know we've got to be more clinical.
We bring it again, we bring it harder. Here we go. Canada on 3, 1, 2, 3. Canada!
After the opening match of the series in Brisbane, the two teams now travel to Sydney, where they will play the first international football match in the history of the brand new Sydney Football Stadium. As part of the stadium's grand debut on the international stage, a sellout crowd of Australian fans is expected, giving the Canadians a taste of what they'll experience at the next summer's World Cup. Energized by the sellout crowd, it is the Australians who strike first.
Mary Fowler finishes it off first time on the setup from Sam Kerr.
But Canada dig deep to get a foothold in the game. And the second half brings another opportunity to shine for Canada's informed striker.
Her cross on the bottom of Polkin, or in for Leon, who's scoring again for Canada. This is what we saw a lot of in the first match, when desperation and a departure from the game plan started to sink in from the Matildas. Here's Leon, flank stays down, it's 2. She cannot stop scoring for country. Adriana Leon with 3 goals in the last match and a half. Really, she has been that dominant.
Another game brings another win for Canada, as the team see out a perfect window on the road in Australia.
Back, now fill back. Thank you very much.
No, that was chaotic.
Okay, so remember, what's hard for us is good for us. Yeah, I don't know what else could have happened to us on this trip. We had 3 playing at fullback. Yeah, Jade Rose.
One month later, the Canadians continue their winning run with 2 victories in friendlies against Argentina and Morocco. As November arrives, marking the final FIFA window of the year, the team comes together in Brazil, where they will play the host Brazilians twice to close out their 2022 campaign.
Okay, team, welcome. The theme of this camp is all about getting us ready to play some great opposition and start the year and really set a precedent to say we're going to win a World Cup, okay? It's a better Brazil from watching them. They're more dynamic, they're quicker, they're stronger, and we could meet them in the quarterfinal and semi of the World Cup. When you talk about this one last push, what I will say, this team hasn't won 6 games in a row with some tier 1 teams in it for 20 years. Okay, so when you talk about climbing and filling yourself with confidence, we have to leave this camp with 2 wins. That's the target, that's the goal. It sends a message.
Brazil is always a tough team to play, especially since we do play them so often. I think the game opens up a lot for us against Brazil, and we're able to get in on transition, and yeah, so it becomes a very back and forth game, and it's always tough, but the team is constantly evolving, and that's what we need to be able to keep competing against great teams across the world. So yeah, I think we're all just ready to put our final stamp on the year and show the world who we are.
The first match of the window see the teams square off in Santos on the south coast of Brazil.
Let's go.
All right, you guys, this is another opportunity. We only get a few of these a year. So we need to make sure that every time we're together, we take advantage. We shut this crowd up, all right? This turns into a home game for us. We need to go out there and set the standard what we want to take to the World Cup next year. All right, this is the chance now. Here we go. Count on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Fleming takes the corner short. Lawrence on her right foot. Great looking cross towards the left side, and it's in! Shalina Zadorsky gets her head to it. It opens the scoring in this international friendly in Brazil. Right-footed outswinger, Sinclair first on it, falls, and first-time strike! My word, Adriana Leon!
After taking an early 2-0 lead, Canada is pegged back as the hosts answer with a goal.
Away from Fleming, and they go with numbers. Scooped over the top, Dabini off her shoulder, outside of her foot. That's a special goal from Brazil.
But as the match edges towards 90 minutes, the Canadians give nothing further away. The first match in Brazil brings Canada's 5th win in a row.
A win against Brazil. Yeah, another win, that's 5 wins, but we're here to get 6. But massive well done, great shift. Canada on 3, 1, 2, 3.
A break between matches provides the team with a rare moment to relax mid-camp. With the festival season approaching, the squad comes together to spread some early holiday cheer. The second match sees the team shuffle over to Sao Paulo, where Canada will have to contend with a boisterous home crowd.
One-on-one with Keisha Buchanan, flicked over Quinn, trying to get back into position, but it's Brazil who break the deadlock. The opening goal of the match in the final 5 minutes, Bia Zanerato.
The match arrives at the break, with Brazil leading by a goal.
At least the referee spotted the foul this time. Lawrence off the thigh, handball. No doubt Canada will head to the spot.
But a penalty, early in the second half, offers Canada a route back into the game. As the clock ticks towards 90 minutes, the Canadians look set to extend their unbeaten run to 6 games, but a wild scramble in the box sees Brazil land a late blow. In the dying moments of the game, things get even worse for Canada. As Nichelle Prince is assisted off the field, it is immediately clear that this is a long-term injury that will threaten to keep her out of next summer's World Cup.
Okay, so a couple of things. The most important thing, yeah, you've got a teammate out, okay, and we stick together, yeah? We didn't get the win, we wanted it, but I'm so proud of what you did to try and get the win. Yeah, a couple of tie-ups that we'll learn from. Yeah, people coming on, roles, that sort of thing, but that's why we're doing it now. Okay, but what I do need you to do is I need you to stick together. Yeah, stick together. I'm proud of the performance, I'm proud of the effort. Yeah, you went right to the wire, I'm really proud of you.
It is now February 2023, and here in Orlando, Florida, the team are meant to be beginning the first training camp of the World Cup year. But rather than take to the practice field, the team have decided to take a stand. As part of a protest of what the team feels is unequal funding offered to Canada Soccer's men's and women's teams respectively, the group have decided to sit out one of the early training sessions of the camp. The players also take the opportunity to address the issue publicly through the media, as the Canadians prepare for the tournament opening match against the United States at the She Believes Cup.
It's obviously been a difficult start to what should be the most exciting year. I think, for me as a coach, going to a Women's World Cup, watching the Men's World Cup, you start to get that buzz, you're watching from afar and you know what's ahead of you. I feel massively for the players. You've got new faces, you've got people who think this is the one time we're going to go and I'm going to win. I think to come into this window and have the emotionally draining, I can only use that word both as a coach but looking in the eyes of the players. It's difficult, you're respecting where they're at. Do I believe in equality? Do I want my little boy to see women treated as equally as men? Yes, I do. And so, I fully am in a difficult position. I work for an organisation who have given me tremendous support. I also represent a group of players who I've watched them go to absolute limits. They've went and done something incredible to make the country stop, and they deserve every ounce of chance of performing at the best. In my mind, it should be the same.
As match day arrives, the team will, as planned, take on the Americans. But they arrive at the stadium in purple shirts and wristbands, displaying the tagline, "Enough is enough." Before kickoff, two traditional rivals come together to stand united in their respective battles for equal pay and equal funding for women's football in their two countries.
Robert with 3 assists during the trip to New Zealand, gets that cross in, comes off Morgan, swats it with a strike, and it's 1-0, 6 minutes in.
Tonight especially, positioning's been really good.
And now it's an opportunity for Swanson. She has her second of the night. The United States have their second of the night. And it's all gone wrong for Canada.
As Canada battle the emotional turbulence of the occasion, they are swept aside by the world #1 Americans. Following a trying ordeal in Orlando, the team head north to Nashville, where they will yet again take on Brazil in the second match of the tournament. The game promises to be a special occasion for Janine Becky, who will claim her 100th cap for Canada on the night.
Every time we play against the US, it's a battle, it's a mental battle, and I think there was just added weight for this game. An emotionally exhausted group of players, a group that physically hadn't been together very long. I think with everything going on, to sum up that performance, it just looked like an exhausted performance, and when you play against a team like the US, they take full advantage of every and any opportunity to punish us, and they definitely did that. I've played in my fair share of games against Brazil, so it feels only fitting that this is going to be my 100th cap. It's kind of a big culmination of being incredibly proud and honored to have taken the field 100 times with this group of people. And as the group has changed over the time that I've been with the team, our foundation of family, culture, camaraderie has never changed. I've had my highest moments with this team, and definitely this team has seen me at my lowest points. And so to have experienced all of that with a relatively same group of people feels like everything kind of just coming back around. I'm really excited to take the pitch tomorrow and earn my 100th cap for this team.
Okay, so before we get going, Janine, welcome to the special group of players in the 100 Club. So I want you to bring your energy, bring your personality, break brave, try things, come off the page. You think about that moment with Keish the other day, just coming off the page opens up the whole pitch. Okay, so all I want to see, personality, connect, make passes, and you'll go into the game. Okay, go and enjoy every second of it. Come on, let's go.
All right, you guys, we've come out together. We're gonna do this together, all right? Do it for the person beside you. Today's performance is about us being together, all right? When we walk off this field, we know we did everything we could for our teammate. We get back for them, all right? We give them the best ball we can, we support.
Fleming for Gilles, right place, right time, and an emphatic finish for Vanessa Gilles. Look to be mostly in control of this match. It's Fleming again, up from Sinclair. Zadorsky goes with her, still loose. Lacasse goes in, follow up the end. 2-0 for Canada. Relentless in pursuit of that insurance marker, and they get it.
Canada deliver a resilient performance to see off Brazil with a 2-0 win.
Welcome back. We're back to climbing, clean sheet, hard team to beat. Set play goals, 2 of them. Yeah, outstanding. What a comeback. We're climbing again. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations to Janine!
A month after making headlines with their protest at the She Believes Cup, 4 of Canada's senior players are invited by the House of Commons to speak in front of the Heritage Committee in Ottawa. The meeting provides the players with the opportunity to tell their story as they continue their fight for equality.
Yes, Ms. Sinclair, please begin.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and honorable committee members. Thank you for having us here today. There's no greater honor as an athlete than to step on the competitive stage and represent our country. The 4 of us have had the privilege for many years, and we would all tell you that these have been some of the greatest moments of our lives, but they have not come without frustration and sacrifice. Our sport is at a critical moment in Canada. Last year, the men participated in their first World Cup in 36 years, and we will host the next Men's World Cup in 2026. The women's team also won gold in Tokyo in 2021. The success of the national teams is inspiring the entire country, and the future should be brighter than ever. However, as the popularity, interest, and growth of the women's game have swept the globe, our most painstaking battle has been with our own federation.
The opportunity for Canada to lead the way is here and now, but can only happen with real change and the right leadership.
It was good you were coming. It forced me to tidy the house. Sport does a ton of things. We know this. Like, the outcomes in participation in sport are huge in health and well-being, higher academics, confidence, leadership. There's all these things. For me, I I mean, I learned a ton from the coaches I played for, the bad ones and the good ones. I think too, as women athletes in the era we came up in, we didn't have agents. We didn't have agents when we were 15, 16-year-olds doing everything. We didn't have $1 million contracts, so you sort of had to be a jack of all trades in a lot of things. Those things really prepared me for what we're doing now too. It really began in earnest last year. As I said, coming out of retirement, jumped into school. I knew I wanted to stay involved in building the game somehow, tried to get a good lay of the land, what was going on in Canada, who was building what. And through my 2 school programs, got a really clear picture of how we could start to build in Canada with the opportunity that exists here, with their 3rd largest player pool in the world, the positive social and cultural attitudes towards women in sport, which we take for granted here, but we're way ahead most of the world, the fan base here, and in a really new, rapidly growing industry that is women's professional soccer. So I feel like the timing was right to give this thing a push, and I was in the right time in my career and life and the platform I had. I was ready to give it a push. What do you need in a new business? You need an opportunity. We have a huge one in Canada. We need the right people, and we have lots of those in Canada. We need a financial model. We've got that in women's soccer. It's not just the right thing to do anymore. There's numbers out there that show there's a return on investment, same as men's sport. So it's absolutely there. And then timing. Timing has to be there. And, arguably, this is the best time there's ever been. There's not going to be a better time than right now. It's the World Cup that's that clear marker every 4 years of exactly how much the game has grown. And it's been consistent, and there's a huge jump every time. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I know Australia and New Zealand are gonna rock it. A World Cup win is the pinnacle now, They got the gold medal, and now it's on to the biggest competition in women's football. It's always a good group, I think, that has really seasoned veterans who are strong leaders and a really hungry, youthful core, and I think we've got that again this time around, so I'm looking forward to it.
Next time on We Can.
Each of you are here for a f***ing reason, and I want to see it on the field.
I'm the goalkeeper. See if you can score.